Unless you've been living in a cave for the past 2 years, you've probably heard about Magic the Gathering, the phenomenally successful trading card game. If you're a regular viewer of IE, you know that Microprose has licensed Magic for conversion to the PC. What you may not know are some of the details about the upcoming release. IE spoke to designer David Etheridge, who originally initiated the project with Microprose.
We first saw Magic, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks after it was debuted at Gen Con last year, and as soon as I saw it, I had the feeling that it was going to be very, very popular. And I called up some people from Wizards of the Coast at the time, Peter Adkison, who's the president of the company, and Lisa Stevens, and inquired about the availability of the Magic license, and they were thrilled. I mean, that was back when Magic had just been shipped, and they had a lot of faith in their product, but it hadn't really had the gargantuan sales at that point that it has now. So they were still waiting to see how successful it was going to be, and they were real excited that a company with the reputation that Microprose has was interested in their product.
Magic will be a CD-ROM only product, since it will feature the art from around 1,000 cards, each stored as a Super VGA image about the same size as they appear on the cards themselves. There will be 2 ways to play Magic for the PC. An online game where you can log into an as-yet unnamed computer service and play against other humans, and a standalone. According to Etheridge, the standalone version will serve to introduce players to the game and the interface.
The standalone game is almost identical to the online environment as far as how you move about in it, where you can go, what you're able to accomplish. And so once a player has played the standalone game, they will find, hopefully to their surprise, that the online environment is almost identical, that they already know how to move around and interact in the online environment. The major difference in the online world will be that they're interacting with real people instead of with AIs and characters that we've created.
For the standalone game, Microprose designers have created a unique world which may or may not become part of Dominia, the official Magic universe.
Wizards of the Coast is very much interested in having our materials be a part of their universe, and we're very much interested in the same thing.
The standalone game is built around a traditional fantasy adventure setting with the working title of Shandalar. There are numerous small quests in Shandalar, but the overall goal of the game is the elimination of a threat to the game world itself.
The adventure itself does have an overall goal. There's a Grand Foozle that you'll want to defeat and basically track down what he's doing, what his grand scheme is, and overcome him.
The version of the game which we saw demoed at the Winter CES in January featured a complex interface with unique artwork. At the present time, plans are to use art from the cards themselves with icons laid over it, to facilitate updating the game world online. With around 1,000 cards to choose from, one of the trickiest parts of developing the standalone game was the AI, and this is an area the game's developers are working very hard on. Although David was unable to supply us with technical details, he did allude to the fact that a lightning bolt knows best how to stop itself, which implies that the AI will be part of the individual cards themselves. As for other details, such as the service which will support the Magic Online game and whether or not there will be new unique cards exclusive to the PC version of the game, Microprose isn't saying. For now, we can only speculate and look forward to the game's release this summer. For additional details about Magic, be sure and choose full text from the pop-up menu.